Can 6 men make each other cry?
Special thanks to Everbloom for sponsoring this pilot.
Ah,
it's a new
crazy
show.
skip.
Enjoy.
Go buy me a coffee. Okay, buy me. What is this? I don't want
6 strangers must complete the same mystery task together to win $1,000. They only have 30 minutes. God, you think you could make yourself cry in 30 minutes, chat? I feel like I would hurt myself. But that wouldn't make me cry. I'd have to start thinking about some dead shit. Like some dead people that I know. Something sad. Or I'd just play that one song, bro. That one song where he's like, I'm not your son. You're not my father. That one. That would make me cry. There's a few songs that would make me cry. I don't know if that's allowed though. All for One straight men.
Welcome to All for One, where all of you must complete the same task for $1,000. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Maybe they'll just share really sad stories with each other.
We start now? Oh.
But there's one guy that won't cry. Who won't cry? I feel like him, bro. I feel like he ain't gonna cry. I feel like all the other guys are gonna cry.
Yeah. Wait, we start now? Are we prepared to do whatever it takes?
Mentally, we gotta.
W on 3. W on 3.
God, should I try and make myself cry right here? I kind of want to see if I can do it. Hold up. Like, I feel like when you're put on the spot, it's way harder. I feel like when you know what I mean? Like, if you're in your room and you're alone and you're like, let me try and cry, I feel like that's different. But, like, on stream or they're on camera and they have a time limit, I feel like then you're just like, man, like, what do I feel like I'd need to listen to the song, though. But that's probably cheating. If I'm not listening to a song, I don't think I can make myself cry right now.
All right. 1, 2, 3, W.
Yeah,
All right, go.
yeah.
All right, flip that.
All right, let's do it.
You definitely.
Just
For
cry.
everybody, everybody must cry. Use your words, real tears only.
Oh my God, they have to use their words, bro. Nah, just get me in my own zone, bitch. I'm gonna say, everybody shut the fuck up. And I'm just gonna go like this. And I'm gonna be thinking about everybody I ever know. Everybody I love just dying. That's all I'm gonna think about my own death. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna fucking ponder life and how scary that shit is. And then I might think about that one scene from Up where it shows the fucking the wife really wanting to go fly, but then she fucking dies, and that old guy makes a bunch of balloons for her. See, that's what I'm gonna do.
Bro, I haven't cried. Actually, no, it's been since like 8th grade.
Nah, that's
Hey,
crazy.
slap me.
Poke me in the eye.
Wait, does it say no physical?
It says use your
Use your words.
words.
Oh, no.
Shit. What would y'all talk? They have to talk to each other. Fuck, man. I feel like you just gotta start. I'd be like, all right, who had the worst life? Who's had the worst come up? You were beaten by your parents? All right, tell me about that. I feel like you have to do that. Like that's the only way you're gonna do it, is like somebody has to say like just shit they had to deal with.
Getting physical so no one can hit someone.
Bro, that's wild.
We all gotta cry in 30 minutes?
Get your emotion. I don't think we can do it, honestly.
Damn, we're not getting $1,000.
Yo, we're not winning the money. Like, let's be real.
We're not gonna get the money.
I was like, man, I thought this was gonna be like fun.
I don't cry easily. I can't really cry.
Why do you think that is?
Dude, if they had music, it'd be raps. I feel like music is the one thing that just makes your emotions just skyrocket, dude.
I honestly don't know.
Be honest. Who looks like they do not cry?
Dude, I struggle with crying.
I struggle with crying.
I feel like you don't cry, bro.
No, I don't cry. It's been a minute. I feel like you could cry.
Yeah, I could cry. Like, yeah, I'm a big soft baby.
Not that I don't want to. It's just that it's hard. It's hard for
It's
me
hard.
It's hard.
When's the last time you guys cried?
It's been a while.
Mine was 8th grade.
Same, dude. 8th grade.
The last few times I've cried.
8th grade? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up with that bullshit ass fucking answer. 8th grade, my fucking asshole. That's the last time you cried. Bitch, you look 28. You're telling me you haven't cried in over a fucking decade. Shut the fuck up. Oh my God. Dude, even if he's like 22. No fucking shot. You're telling me all through high school you've never cried. Never. Never. Chat, when was the last time y'all cried? Men and women, non-binary, whatever the fuck. When was the last time you cried? 2 months ago? Dude, I don't know. Fuck, when was the last time I cried? Probably like 2 weeks ago, man. I feel like, dude, honestly, cry. Yo, if you haven't gotten a good cry in, man, it's fucking, it's relieving. You ever been sad before and you just make yourself more sad because it's like, it feels good? I don't know. I feel like I don't know if that's relatable, but I've done that. Like, I've been in moods where, like, I'll cry and I'll be like, this feels kind of good. Let me start thinking about death. let me start just getting really sad here. And then I'll put on some emotional music and I'll put myself in scenarios that are really sad. And then I'll relive those scenarios that, like, were really sad in my past life. Not past life, in my life in the past. And then I'll just keep crying. And then I'm like, damn. And then at the end of it, I'm like, oh, all right, good shit. I'm like, fuck. All right, good shit.
Happiness, like, not really sadness.
Tears of joy are real tears.
Okay. By the way the timer's going, we got 20 minutes here.
God, when was the last time I had tears of joy? When was the last time y'all cried from being happy? Fuck, man. I don't know about that. I would rarely have tears of joy. I think I've had tears of joy putting myself in hypothetical scenarios. Like, I'm saying this right now. The day I get married, when me and Brooke, 5 years from now, we get engaged, get married, I would cry. I would 100% cry. If I was standing in a suit and I saw, like, my soon-to-be wife walking down the aisle, like I saw Brooke walking down, I would fucking bawl my eyes out. Oh, my God. Like, I already know when I have to say wedding vows, it's raps, man. I might as well pre-record it. I'm not going to be able to talk. That, speaking at a funeral, well, that's not tears of joy. That's tears of sadness. But tears of joy, I feel like marriage. God, what else would make you cry? Tears of joy. I don't really know. I feel like that's very infrequent that you would have tears of joy.
Cool.
I can't. All right, let's log in.
Focus.
Think about the $1,000.
I'm cooking here. I'm feeling something.
He's feeling it.
I feel like having silence is good. Having silence is good, where they're all just. And I feel like looking at other people crying would make me cry. I feel like if I saw other people cry, it would be easier for me to cry. So I think once one guy cries, I think other people will cry easier.
Dog just died. All right.
This motherfucker's like, can I just leave? We ain't gonna get through this.
It's not working.
Wait, I need a yawn. I start crying when I yawn.
Yawning tears are not real tears.
Come on, God.
Damn, God's kind of annoying. I'm kidding. Kidding. Sorry, God.
I forgive you.
Thank you.
They gotta start sharing stories.
I feel like I'm getting close.
I feel the tears coming. They're like, I feel my fucking tear ducts activating.
Locked in right now.
See, now that's the mindset you gotta get into. Yo, hold up, chat. Give me 1 minute. I want to see if I could cry. I can't, dude. I'm picturing the things that would normally make me cry. Like, I'll picture death. I'll picture walking a loved one. A big thing that'll make you really cry, if you're a dude, specifically, because I'm not necessarily if you're a guy, but just in general, walking your loved one's casket. Like, you know how people carry people's caskets? Imagine yourself carrying somebody that you love's casket when they're dead. And that will almost 100% make me cry.
The one thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to imagine my mom, like, sorry, Mom, if you hear this, but I'm trying to imagine my mom dead because I feel like that's something.
Bro, no, literally. Like, that's like, yeah, like, because you're going to go through that. Like, I mean, it's like a fucked up thing to do, but I mean, like, if you're really trying to force yourself to cry, think about, like, the person you love most dying.
No, like, kind of forced me.
Pretend to be his mom.
Nah, bro.
You guys talk about the last time each of you cried?
Yeah, I feel like that's smart.
Me, oh, I fell off the swing in like 8th grade. So, yeah. Before that,
God, I feel like that. I feel like that's not like. I feel like that's not healthy. To have not cried for like 6+ years.
that, like, I didn't want to eat like eggs. Like, I hated the egg yolk. And no. And then my dad's like, bro, you gotta eat it. And I was like, no, I don't want to eat it.
Get some eggs in here.
And then he told me how to stay in that seat until I ate it. And it went from breakfast to dinner time, and then I finally ate it. I was stubborn. No, I just sat there looking at the egg.
Guys, we're spending time laughing.
Oh,
like-
shoot. What time we got?
20.
None of them have cried yet.
So I'll get in our sad zone.
Why did we let the fucking one guy that said he hasn't cried in fucking 6 years tell the story about when he cried? Let somebody talk about how their fucking grandma died or some shit. Like, that'll make you fucking sad. God, I feel like that's like this is like the hardest thing ever.
You guys want to try talking about what you're thinking about?
You know what's crazy, bro? I used to cry all the time when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And then like I kind of just got to a point where
Wow, really? Wow, really? You cried when you were a kid? Oh, when you were 5, you cried about a lot of things?
I just kind of stopped crying, you know? Like it's not like I haven't gotten sad. I just like I've gotten sad, but I just don't really like cry anymore.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I think that's probably like a societal thing, right? I feel like as guys, sometimes you're taught more to like bottle it up, right?
yeah.
Maybe not be as emotional. So
Yeah. I've just
Weed makes it worse 100%. Weed makes it worse 100%. Oh my God. Fuck, you have like no emotions. You're like a robot. When you get really high, because then it's just like dulls everything. It's just like something traumatic could happen and you're just like,
time to be like emotional and like, you know, really like kind of just like understand how I'm feeling in the moment.
I'm thinking about just like if I lost like a family member.
Yeah.
Because for me, family is like so important, you know?
Just imagine waking up and like they're not there no more. You can't knock on their door and be like, hey, hey, like just
Yeah. Imagine it.
just picture that, like the reality of actually looking for them, trying to text them, sending a text message to the number, and they're not answering. You get me?
Yeah.
Like that, like an empty message, you know?
That's crazy.
No one's getting it.
take off your hat. You look like a fucking goofball. I'm sitting here. He's sitting here talking. I'm not going to be able to cry. If I'm this guy right here, and the other guy's talking about something sad, and this man's gone, yeah, that'd be crazy. Yeah, no lie. Yeah, your mom being dead, not being able to contact her. Yeah, that'd be hella crazy, man. No lie. Yeah, like I'd be like, bro, shut the, fucking take off your goofy hat, and fucking shut up.
We're getting there.
Like picture.
I think it's heavy when you don't know why.
Oh, he looks like he's
something
crying. He
happened,
looks
right?
like he's crying. It looks like he's crying.
Don't know why they passed away.
Yeah.
It breaches a sensitive topic, but you talk about, yeah, I guess suicide.
They have to
right?
forget about the challenge. If they forget about the challenge and they just have an honest talk with each other, I think they could cry.
It's like you don't know what's going through their head. You don't know what made them come to that decision, right? You don't know what you could have done to prevent it, right? And like you think it's your fault, right? It's like I could have been there for you. I could have consoled you. I could have been more emotionally available, right? But I wasn't, right? And this is something that happened as a result of me, right? Like,
Don't suppress it. Cry. Cry.
That's real.
This guy's pissing me off. This guy's pissing me off. No lie. Ah, God, he just gotta shut up. Just say nothing. Just say nothing. If you like, honestly though, that sucks.
I think one of the things that gets me is I have a little boy. He's about to turn 3, and you know, one of my biggest dreams was actually being able to have a family and to be a dad that saw my son every day. And you know, things didn't work out. He asked questions growing up, like, "Hey, I wanted to see you more, and I'm not." It takes a toll. It does take a toll, and I think that's all of us probably have experiences that we have to suppress. But really, it's things like this that we need to actually indulge in, like indulge in feeling our emotions and just cry. It's as funny as it may sound. Just we need to cry, and those emotions are real, and they're there.
No, I definitely feel that. I feel like because like society is just like we shouldn't feel pain. Like I feel like I've numbed myself even when to like people like are assholes to me or whatever. Sometimes I feel like I don't even choose to process it, especially like that a lot of that childhood trauma and all the stuff that I went through, I didn't process. Yeah. I don't get emotional. Like I don't even process my emotions. I'm always just like, you know what? This happened. It is what it is. You got to keep on going.
Damn, they're already halfway through.
Like tears gotta be running, or I feel like I got some watery
At
eyes.
least one tear must fall.
Oh my God, bro. See, that's like hard. That's hard. That's a cry. That's when I start going, you know, where you start just breathing like that. That's like actual sadness. That's like real sadness. When you're like, when it's like the fucking heavy, like weird breathing.
I used to cry the most was when I was younger. Growing up with Nigerian parents, it was always tough, like, because they come from a different culture than I did. And so for me, it was always just so tough, like trying to figure out how am I supposed to like grow in this space when my parents don't understand me all the time. Yeah. And so I feel like that was the most, like when I was like really emotional, and like it was tough.
I feel like one of the last times I cried, 6th grade, I remember I left the country, right? I'm forced to go to Cameroon, and then pretty much like none of the kids accepted me. They were like, oh, I'm American, or you're not American, you're Cameroonian. I mean, I guess like everyone always say like, you're not from here. So I never really felt like a place of being out there. So I felt like hella imposter syndrome. And in the boarding school, I'm not gonna lie, it was like prison. They kind of like starved us, they would abuse us.
Bro, you know the worst feeling ever? Just, I think that everybody kind of feels at one moment, unless you're like the popular kid. When you have a class assignment, oh my God, dude. I forgot this feeling because in college you don't really have it, and even in late high school you don't really have it. When you're about to do an assignment and the teacher says, "All right, get a partner," and no one picks you. That's like the worst. And you don't have, or you want to be a partner with somebody else, and they pick someone else. And it's not that big of a deal, right? Because it's just class, but it's like, fuck, man. Like, or just even in, it used to be in everything, right? Like I used to be like last pick for a lot of shit, even sports. Like I used to be really unathletic, and that motivated me because I used to be really skinny, dude. I used to be last pick in sports in middle school. Like no lie, like last pick. Like it, like you know how like if there's team captains, people pick shit. And, like, it's fucked, but, like, all the guys get picked and then all the girls get picked. I was the last guy to get picked. Every time. Like for years. And then, I don't know, I started working out. People would pick me in sports. I remember the first time I got, like, 3rd pick in a sport. I was so happy. And then, I mean, like, and then in high school, I did get friends, and so we would pick each other for classes. It was just weird. I was a really lonely kid when I grew up. Like, really lonely. Like, I remember, oh my God, see, now this is about to make me cry. Oh, fuck, dude. See, there it is. Oh, shit. So, yeah, I'm bringing out the trauma, bitch. Fucking hell. I used to sit in recess every day. Oh, my God. And I was so antisocial, and I would just beg to go home every day, man. Like I didn't like being around people. I remember I would get nauseous. I had such bad social anxiety. Oh my God, I did it. Yes! I'm like happy I'm crying right now. I fucking did it, chat. Oh my God, I made myself cry. Oh, I made myself cry. Oh, dude, there's the tear. Hold up. Bang, bitch. It's that fucking simple. Fuck! What was I saying? Oh, I'll finish the story and then we'll get back into the video. Oh, I did it. God, man, I had such bad social anxiety. I would get nauseous around people. And I had like no friends. I had anger issues when I was a kid. Fucking shocker. I don't know. I had so many problems. And And I mean, like, I think I'm fully who I am now. But even like, dude, when I started social media, I still had so much shit, like the suppressed emotions and just shit that was wrong, man. Like I always say I didn't like the person I was when I was like 17, 18, 19. But like, I don't know. I think I slowly became better. It takes time, right? And that's what I'll say, like, as advice for you guys. Like, if you're dealing with shit, you have social anxiety, you have problems in your life, you have anger problems, you have emotional suppression problems, whatever. You just don't like how you act. Like, you'll grow out of it. You just got to work on it, and it takes time, right? Like, I honestly look back at, like, early social media me, like, late high school or, like, early fucking freshman year in college, and I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, I always say I would beat the shit out of myself because I have no respect for who I was then. Because I was cocky. I was self-absorbed. I honestly believe I was like somewhat of a narcissist. And I'm truly happy with who I am now, but I look back at the me, and it is hard, right? And I'll say to you guys, like, you might look at past you and you'll hate yourself, but like, just remember that the you now is what matters more than the you then.
I cried about something. It was like 6th grade. I was like, oh, this is scary, but it's like I pulled the trigger and I feel better because like we all got to like bond on our vulnerability, and I'm not gonna lie, it definitely helped me as well.
Zach, you got anything?
Oh, God, dude, him chewing the gum like that, it's just...
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, we kind of just met each other, you know?
Yeah. One time, I really wanted the new Call of Duty, and my mom wouldn't get it to me until Christmas. And all my friends had it. And so when I got the game, they already all had diamond camo, and I was level 1. And that kind of sucked, man. It makes you think, right? About our social hierarchy and how, like, some people just don't have a good start, you know?
So it's, like, kind of uncomfortable to, like, share a lot of stuff that, like, happens to you. It's a weird feeling, man, because like, how you were saying, like, especially, like, the suicide one.
You want my honest take? I think any man that presents themselves as a badass is suppressing emotions and not truly who they are.
And then when they do that, it's kind of just like, you realize that, like, you can always do more. Like, after that moment, I've kind of realized that I don't really take care of, like, my relationships of, like, those that I'm really close to. It's kind of weird, like, having a lot of these things happen to you, you kind of just, like, get used to it, you know what I mean?
Kind of get numb.
Yeah, like, I don't know, since I was a little kid, like, I kind of had a rough childhood, I guess. And so it's just something that I try not to, like, remember much, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
I feel that.
I think I might have dropped the first tear. I don't know if y'all saw.
Yeah. That's cool, bro.
Yeah, related to your story about like suicide and like wishing like you could have done something, you know, because like I also had like a friend who committed suicide, and it's crazy because like you talk to him and then like
you don't know
2 hours later, boom, like, you know, and it's like, oh shoot, like when I was talking to them,
man, now I gotta share another sad ass story. I had a friend, one of my friends that did end up committing suicide. I have a few. I know of a lot of people that have committed suicide. I'll always say suicide's never the answer. If you're ever going through something, get help. But I had like somebody I would say I was acquaintance with, but many of my friends were really good friends with. He took his own life. And I remember one day my friend called me and he said, blank jumped off a 5-story parking garage. Do you think he's still alive? And I just remember my friend having that denial that, like, he was dead. And it was so, because it wasn't confirmed, but it was like, you're jumping off a 5-story fucking parking garage, man. That's like, you're jumping off a fucking skyscraper. Like, you're not. And it was just rough, dude. And I just remember, it was more so like, it was sad for me, but I wasn't as good of friends with him as many of my other friends were. And so I just felt very bad because they knew him for so long that, and they felt like they should have done something. Whereas, like, I didn't really talk to him much, so it wasn't, like, something that I could have really dealt with. But it just sucks, man. Check up on your friends, really.
Like, we all didn't even know each other, and then all of a sudden we're, like, going deep.
Open up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy, too, like, how many of your conversations are just, like, shallow and, like, surface level.
Yeah.
And it's, like, yeah, I feel like it takes a while to open up to people, you know?
Yeah.
I think
And,
it takes a
and
really
we don't even get around to that most of the time with
Exactly.
most relationships we form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't do it. We don't do it. I'm probably gonna start after this, like just try and dig a little deper.
That's good.
I even appreciate y'all because I didn't feel like sharing, but then you guys were just like shooting it out, and I was just like, I feel like that's what's inspired me.
Dude, because guys don't, like, do you guys talk to your friends about your emotions? Like, I'll talk to my friends about, like, some deep shit sometimes, but it's, like, very, very infrequent, right? Very infrequent. I had one of my friend's fathers pass away recently, and I went to the funeral. Just be there for your friends. God, I feel like I'm going to get sad again. Because when I showed up and he saw me, his eyes, like wide opened. Like, he did not expect me to be there. Because men might, go to their friend's funeral. But, like, being there for your friend's problems is something that women are really good at, but men suck at. So I would say be there when your friends need them.
I've ever told anyone about the fact that when I cried about in that 6th grade time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's hard. It's hard to open up to people, bro.
It is.
Because once you open up, then it's like they see who you really are.
Yeah.
You don't know, like, how they're gonna judge you or, like, what they think of you afterwards. So I was very uncomfortable, like, opening up to everybody. I don't normally, like, express how I really feel a lot of the time, so it felt good, but it also felt, like, very scary, like, opening up to people that I didn't even know.
We got 30 seconds. Man.
So should we just punch each other and see what happens?
Dude, I'm gonna start swinging.
I really thought he was going to cry. When he was telling the story about his kid.
It was a good conversation.
Oh, yeah, it was
100%.
Yeah.
This was not what I was expecting.
Crazy.
This is
Now,
probably the deepest we're gonna get to know anybody for like the next year or so. Outside of like relationships.
There it is.
Damn.
Facts, I agree though.
Yeah,
I mean, no, we can change that. Just like you said, we gotta like start digging deeper.
Yeah.
And that is time. Sadly, the challenge was not completed, and you guys have lost.
Yeah, but they did a good job. I would say they did it. They fucking hug it out. They did a good job in the end. Can you do this episode, but with women, give them serious questions to talk about, and the challenge is to not cry? I feel like that would have been a better challenge. Not for guys. Talk about serious shit.